Alright guys, so I got something pretty rare today. I actually don't really know what it is. I'll have to look at it again, but it's pretty rare. I've never in my day ever seen one like this. Never heard of the model, never heard of the brand, never seen the engine, never come across one on the marketplace. It's crazy, but it's pretty rare, and it is a Qlink X-Ranger 200 Enduro. Street legal. It's titled. It's got the street tires. I mean, it kind of, what is it? I don't even know what it resembles, because it has a seat the size of a freaking four-wheeler. This thing has almost 4,000 miles on it, sitting at 3,890. It's got the mirror here. It looks like the other one might have got broken off. Yeah, definitely. Xranger 200. It's got the locking gas cap. It does come with 2 keys. It's got the blinkers, but they're kind of dangling. It's got rear foot pegs for a passenger. It's got this rear crate holder or whatever, storage holder. Brush guards. It's got shock covers. The rotors look great shape. The sprockets look great shape. Doesn't have an air filter or airbox lid, so it's going to be hard to adjust. But from what I've been told, it hasn't been registered in 10 years, as the plate says. And I've been told that the carburetor has been taken apart a bunch of times and it won't really run. So hopefully I can do some magic to it, but honestly I don't have much faith. And I don't know how hard it is to find parts for this thing, because I imagine it's going to be hard. But it does have a little storage unit right here. That's cool. I think something caught fire. It either caught fire or burned because it's so close to the plastic. The side cover here. Oh yeah, that's where he set them. Yeah, he got toasted. Rear brake works. Front brake I think works, but the master cylinder is busted right there. I hate the chrome look to the engine cases. That's kind of lame, but it looks like a very basic design. Looks like a 90s motorcycle or four-wheeler design. You get the valve covers right here. Spark plugs easy to get to. I'll definitely be taking that carburetor apart. I did not advise them to ride this thing because of the air filter not being on there, but it's not my dirt bike. I definitely advised against it though, because I don't want the engine to blow up, because you will never find another engine for this probably. Maybe I'm wrong, but we did compression test it. We did hook it up to a battery. The starter did work. It's probably been sitting for 10 years, so it probably needs an oil change, definitely. It's a pretty cool unit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and probably find a spot for it in the garage. So this bike is not mine. It's actually, I'm working on it for a friend. So this is not my bike. But this thing does have a title, and so it could be registered if it gets fixed up nice. That seat is thick. That is a quad seat, dude. Looks like the shifter's bent. It kind of reminds me of a big old Fat Cat, a Yamaha Fat Cat. Is that what they're called? Monster Cat, Fat Cat, something like that. Because it's just thick. It's got the big wheels on it, big seat, big tank. This is definitely a 90s look too, the headlight. Man, what does that remind me of? I'm thinking Yamaha. Kind of reminds me of the DR350 headlight too a little bit, but not really. I'll definitely give it a polish the rims, try to clean the plastics up the best as I can. Yeah, like I said, the rear brakes work. Front one does work, but this glass right here is busted, so how does these even work? It's been sitting, you can tell this stuff's dry rotted right off, but that's gonna need to be fixed. I don't think it's gonna be street legal. I don't know what the plans are for this. The front fender broke off. My buddy touched it, literally touched it, and it broke off. It's very old and brittle. Clearly it's been sitting in the sun because it's faded in some areas. Like, I'm sure the plastic was supposed to be this color of the seat, but. Okay, so today I'm gonna be working on this Qlink X-Ranger 200. Every time I say that, it's funny to me. It's just a weird name. But I'm gonna wash it before I work on it, because it's always a good idea if you're gonna take apart a carburetor or the engine to have a clean work environment. So I'm gonna spray it off, wipe it off, maybe even detail it, and then I can start working on it. But I do gotta pull it out and get it in the driveway. Alright, I got some of this Chemical Guys Mr. Pink soap, and I got my little sprayer here, so I'm gonna do some mixing, get it mixed up. That way I can rinse that thing off, let it sit for a few, and rinse it off. I'll probably wipe it off with a microfiber towel too. I don't like the chrome look on these side cases. That's really weird. Makes it feel cheap. Yeah, let this thing soak. I'll have to put some over the air box right there so no water gets in, but alright, I'm gonna stick this sock in the intake boot there. That way no water gets in there. Make this yellow shine real good. Telling you, it's gonna look really good after I clean it up. Get some good before and afters. Let's get some more on the seat. Get this thing clean. I think it'll turn out all right. It only has one little rip right here. Or it's not even a rip, it's just an indent. These rims are gonna clean up nice. I can tell they're very shiny underneath all that dirt. Alright, I'm gonna let this dry, and once it's dried up I can put it in the garage. That's probably what I'll do now, is go make room in the garage, because I forgot to the other day. But I'm gonna take that broken front fender off too. But it definitely looks way better when it's cleaned up. And by the time I detail it and do what I do, it should look pretty good. Alright, so today I got the Xranger 200 moved to this side of the house. It was on the other side, but it's actually like the first very cool day in a very, very long time. I think it's in the 50s, low 50s, so it feels pretty good. I got thermal on, so I figured I'd work out here. But I need to start getting it taken apart, take the carb apart. I was told it's been taken apart a bunch of times, so I'm not sure what it's actually gonna need, but it's time to start diagnosing it. It does run technically, so the engine seems to be okay. It's just other things. So I'm gonna definitely get that carb off. I'm gonna get the old battery off and try to charge it. It's it's probably original, so I doubt that's any good at all. It won't hold a charge. It does look really good after the wash, so I'm happy about that. Let's see how the seat's mounted. Okay, I see it's two 10mm bolts, or nuts. I think I have a 10mm right here. Maybe not. I'll have to grab one. That should be it. Oh yeah. It's a very large seat. It's literally the size of my Yamaha Warrior seat that I used to have. Very similar. I'm gonna put these nuts back, that way I don't lose them. So I'll just leave that there. I'll probably go ahead and get this battery off and get it on the charger. It's most likely original, so I don't have faith in it, but doesn't hurt to try. But while I have that out, I'll probably clean up this. I'll probably clean underneath the seat because it's pretty filthy. And then I'll probably get the gas tank off. Is it metal? It is a metal gas tank, but I didn't see any rust in there, and I did kind of flush it out with some gas. But I definitely need to clean it before I put fresh gas in it, because I don't want a bunch of gunk down there at the bottom. But so I'm gonna get this battery off. It looks like an 8mm battery nut, so I'm gonna grab that. A lot of corrosion going on there. Battery acid. Get that bolt started back in so I don't lose that one piece. Hopefully there's a date on the battery. I'd actually, if it's only a few years old or something, might be savable. Extreme AGM. Alright, so let's see, is there a date? No date. I'm gonna wipe it off. It's got some battery acid on it, and so I'm gonna have to wash my hand too. Our wires look okay. Starter solenoid. We'll actually have to test to see if that even works. Oh no, it does work. It does work. We put a battery in it and it did work. That's right. Let's see, how am I gonna get this tank off? Looks like one of the bolts is a 5mm Allen head. Oop, don't want to lose that. Where are the other bolts? Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna set this aside because I don't want to lose it. Okay, it's missing some bolts. That shouldn't come off that easy. That's a 5. Wait, is that a 5? Is that an Allen head? Let's try. What size is this Allen head? Ah, it's on there, boy. Wait, that's broken. Ah, all those tabs are broken. No wonder it's loose. Now it should come off though. Nice. I'll set that aside. I'm gonna go grab a gas canister because I'm gonna dump this fuel in here so I don't waste it, because a lot of it is fresh. Yeah, I want to reuse that. I don't want to waste it. So I got the fuel draining into a secondary gas tank that I have, but I'm gonna let this drain. It's probably gonna take a while, so I'm gonna go do something else, let this drain, then I'll be able to take that gas tank off, and I'll probably go ahead and get it cleaned out today. And actually, I can go ahead and get that battery on the charger, see if anything happens. Alright, let's get this battery charger plugged in. I don't have any faith in this battery, to be honest, but it does not hurt to try. It takes nothing to try. Man, these clamps are pretty big compared to this little battery. Alright, let's see what happens. It is AGM, it says. AGM. Oh yeah, it's only showing a few volts. Alright, let's do 6-volt, 2-amp charge and see what happens. Got all the gas drained out. Now hopefully this tank will come off. Oh, there's still more in there. Oh, there's still more in there. I probably should have put it on reserve. I just didn't think about it. So I did charge it, and it was still charging, but I unplugged it because it was sizzling. So I don't know. don't know what to do. It's reading 10 volts now though. Let's put it back on for a little bit, see if it makes any progress. Alright, I think the gas is drained. I hope so. Fail. Okay, so it's very simple under here. Somebody didn't put this nut back. Alright, I'm gonna get a rag and clean this area up a little bit. That way when I take the carb off, I won't get anything into the engine. And I have a plastic bag that I'll put around the intake boot so nothing gets into the engine. How's the battery doing? What percent we at? 11? Okay, I hear it sizzling still, so I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, it's holding 11 volts now. I think one more little cycle of charging and it'll probably hold 12 volts. Well, it might not hold it, but it'll get to 12 volts. Get all this residue and grease. God, that's nasty. I don't really like the chrome casing though. I think this is a Suzuki based engine. I think they use like the molding of a Suzuki DR250 or DS250 or something. So I think parts may be interchangeable. I'll have to do some more reading up on it. But that's kind of interesting. It's just everything else is hard to get parts for, like an air filter. I can't even find one. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do there. Dang it, that is not a flathead. Wow, that boot doesn't even have a clamp. Oh my God. That's ridiculous. I didn't even notice that. That would be part reason why it ain't running right. Ouch. See if I can get this throttle cable unhooked from the carburetor. I got it. So I think I can do that. Yep, that's it. This is actually a really nice design for a choke cable, because usually on carburetors this little piece is a plastic piece, and every used bike I've ever had, like that part is stripped out and it's hard to get back on. I might have to take the carb off all the way to get that. Ah, that hurt. But I got it loose. That's what matters. Okay, that's actually really clean. Okay. Pull it this way, I think. At this point, I just gotta get it out of that intake boot. Front one. There it goes. Alright, got the carb off. Alright, I got that intake boot covered. I did make progress though. I'm gonna get this gas tank cleaned out. Should I go ahead and put soap in it? Should I use soap? It's not rusty or dirty. It don't need soap. But it did have some like dirt particles at the bottom, so I want to get all that stuff out for sure. So I'll probably just spray it with water and let it air dry. I got the carburetor on my workbench here. Had to clear it off and organize it. Got the garage cleaned up a little bit, but luckily these bottom screws don't look stripped, so these should come out easily. That's what I like to see. Got my magnetic bolt tray. Oh my gosh, got some on the bottom. Don't want to lose any of these bolts or pieces. That would really suck because parts are already hard enough to get for this thing, so we definitely don't want to be buying another carburetor, even though we might have to, depending on what I see inside this. Alright, let's see what's in this thing. Again, I've said this like 10 times, but this carburetor has been apart a bunch of times from what I hear, so. Okay, that's nasty. Hopefully this gasket's in good condition. Looks like it was put together right. Alright, let's go ahead. I should have done that first, but I got it. We'll just take these top two. It's this slide doesn't seem to be moving properly, so I'm gonna guess that the spring is not under this cap because I don't hear it, and it should be coming back down. Oh my god, unnecessarily tight. Oh, it actually has the spring. Okay. Is it the right spring? I don't know. So far, that's clean. Wow. Let's see if we can get this top piece off. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to set it right here. And then get the 8mm. That should, yep. 8mm there. Take this out. That's probably one of the ports that's gummed up real bad. So I'm going to put this back on top here. Let's see if it'll actually pull out. Oh, oh, oh. Usually on a carb you got your adjustment screw here, but the inside is blank and there's no thread, so I don't know if this one just doesn't take it or if it's somewhere else. But I do have my gum out carb choke cleaner. I am wearing safety glasses because you don't want to get the stuff in your eye, but I am going to spray it out a little bit, and then I'll probably air it out with my compressor too. Get all up in them ports. Oh yeah. Okay, I got it sprayed out with the carb cleaner and sprayed out with air too. It's always a good idea to spray it out as best as possible. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get my compressor turned on. And what else was I gonna do? So I'm gonna see if I have this spare part on another carb laying around. That would be awesome, but I don't know if I do or not. Okay, so there's an insert missing from the carburetor right there where the needle goes through. So, like, and this part's broken, so I'm just pretty much gonna need a carb. And the intake boot is ripped and it's broken right here, and it doesn't have an air filter guide, or air filter cover. So I don't think I'm even gonna put this back on. I think I'm just gonna leave it out because the owner called me and they want it back so they can work on it and get parts ordered. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm probably gonna clean it still, do another cleaning, put all this back together. I got the gas tank cleaned out, pretty much get it ready for the owner to pick up. If parts weren't so hard to find for it, we could get it fixed up easy, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting some parts back on this thing, but I do need to clean all this off before I do, because I said I was gonna do that, so I'm still gonna do that. But I have a spray somewhere, I thought. I might have put it back inside. Okay, the air compressor's full, so I'm gonna just spray out this gas tank to make sure there's no water left over, and then I can probably install the thing. Take out this gas tank bolt and I'll slide it. Oh, here it is. Let's get it lined up first. It goes in, what slots? Back there, I believe. Just like that. Yep. And then I need my rubber piece. It goes that way. Okay, I see. What was it, a 5? Yep. Wipe this off, and I guess I'll clean these fenders next. Clean the inside too, so it looks nice. Alright, I'm gonna let this sun dry for about 10 minutes, and I'll probably go ahead and install that. Probably do the, yeah, you can see that tire shine starting to work on those tires and rims, so I'll probably wipe all that off. Probably take the rest of this broken front fender off. I'll probably do that now. Actually, what size are those? 10s? Yeah, it looks like it, oh, nope, it's 3. Usually it's 4. I thought it was 2, but it's actually 3. Okay, there's 2 little pieces here. We don't want to lose this little insert. I'm just gonna set it here for now. I'm gonna go ahead and set this back on the gas tank. All the clips are broken, so that sucks. At least I can attach them down here. If I can find a bolt for it, I probably have one. Might be the right thread. What do you know? It is. I'm gonna assume this one goes here. Yeah, it's the melted side. And then this one will actually bolt up right. Should bolt up, well, maybe not. Okay, never mind then. I thought it would bolt up here with the front shrouds, but I am gonna go ahead and get this cleaned off as well, and I'll go ahead and install it, I guess. Okay, I got my 5mm Allen head. I'm gonna go ahead and get this side cover installed. Maybe need to get in these slots on that rear fender. Get that threaded in. I'm not gonna tighten it all the way until I get this bolt over here installed, threaded in. Okay, it's threaded in now, so I can tighten both of them. I'll go ahead and put this gas cap back on. I'll wipe it off. And you turn it in, twist, and then pull out and then cover that. I guess that's it. Put the key back in the ignition. Okay, I'm gonna get the seat installed. This side cover right here is so badly melted that these bolt holes don't even line up anymore because the plastic has been so altered. You can see right there, that's in the slots. It's supposed to be way up here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get the seat installed because that's all I can do at this point. Need to grab my 10mm. Should be around here somewhere. Yep.
You mother.
Alright guys, so it looks like the journey of me working on this is over. I did detail it and clean it. It looks pretty dang good, not gonna lie, compared to how it was when I got it. But yeah, this side cover is melted real bad, so it's not gonna go back on there. And you know, still got the skid plate. I don't know what that goes to. The fender's broken, but it's gonna need a carb and probably a new airbox, essentially, a filter and cover and all that good stuff. But other than that, a tune up and it'll be good to go. And a battery. The battery was no good. Yeah, battery's no good. I did enjoy working on it while I did. I've never seen one of these before, so I'm glad I had the opportunity to check it out. And I think it's a clone of a Yamaha TW200. I think. I don't know if it was a Suzuki or a Yamaha clone. I was reading a bunch of different things, but it's pretty cool to see a rare bike and get to see how they're made. Even though it's a Chinese bike. Yeah, 2006 LZX200 GY2. But anyway guys, turn on post notifications so you get a notification every time I upload a video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, let me know how you think about this bike in the comments. Have you ever seen one? I guess we'll find out. Let me know guys. I'll see you in the next one and peace out.